Hey Slack Pack, welcome back to my channel, Cerius Blaq with Cerius Blaq. I am here to do another react. And as you can see, we are back to doing XG, and I got my peeps with me. We got Bill Beats in the house. What's up? We got SHUBZILLA in the house. And of course, Chicago Landy. What's up?
It's me.
All right. Yay! Cheers all around because we're able to do stuff. You know, it's been a minute, and you know, if you've been following along, alphas, slackers, you know that we've been going down this XG path. I've been showing them what's what, and we are now finally at the point after doing the Move series, the tapes, and the Vox series that we're gonna see the first video, the debut video by XG, which is Tippy Toes. In this video right here, we're going to react to the music video, followed by the dance practice, and then a live performance that I just randomly selected. So, that's a lot of stuff to look at. Let's just go ahead and get started. And y'all ready?
Okay.
Okay.
They're going to be mad if you don't pick the right live performance, though.
Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of them. I think I chose the best one and the obvious one, so we'll see.
Don't say that out loud.
Yeah.
No. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, the alphas have been fairly nice to us. To be honest, they've been really nice in the comments. So, and I appreciate that. Keep up the good work.
They might turn on us, though. You never know.
You never know. But how much do y'all remember? Like, you still got a lot of XG memories in your brain?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you starting to figure out who's who at all?
I'm terrible with names.
Okay.
But I do like recognize who, like, I know which ones are the cold-blooded killer rappers and which ones are the soft, gentle, beautiful voice singers. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah.
We'll see what he thinks. We'll see what he thinks in a couple of videos from now if he has that same opinion, y'all. We'll see.
I just remember them dancing into the no-no corner all the time during the Move series. It was just the no-no corner.
That's the only thing you remember?
Stop. No, I do remember more, but like okay. That was like the big because you know I'm very much conscious of spacing. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, we're moving to this corner. Why is this corner? This is like, y'all are going there like you're in trouble. You killed the choreography. Come back.
Wait, but wasn't
somewhere
that
else.
No, that was the rap video. That wasn't a choreography video though.
No,
it was.
Oh wait, yeah, it was. Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't choreography. They was just retreating to the corner after they finished the rap verse. That's what I think.
Yeah, but still, it's like, don't go back in the corner. Nobody sent baby in the corner.
We don't know that. We don't know that, actually.
That's terrible. These folks is working real hard and, you know, with tenacity and the spirit of, I don't know, improvement. And folks are just going to put them in the corner. That's shameful. Justice for XG.
No.
Okay.
Justice for XG. I promise they'll be okay. I promise. I'm just playing. I promise. All right, so we're going to get into Tippy Toes. This is their debut song from their first EP or mini album or whatever you call it. And this was after all the mini stuff we saw. This is the first official thing. So here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I love the makeup.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Watch the way we move, the way we rip, the way we glow. They ain't ready for us, we about to wreck the game. On the back of us, they follow like a choo-choo train. This reality, yeah, we major league. Everything we do is worthy of a gallery. We gon' whisper to you super quiet, about to show 'em who's in charge, taking over with the pilots. Taking the lead, bringing the heat, yeah. Head to the sky, eye on the prize, yeah. We're on the rise, you ain't seen nothing, yeah. Ways I'm on die, gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy a 2 cents. Bad gals on the rise, you a nuisance. Drop jaw, sight songs and a nuisance. Got pushed out a queen, I'm in 2 cents. I spit the flow,
Oh,
then I
cool,
let
they
you
look
go.
like rings.
Snacking on the world, it's about to give me more. When I don't know it's sober with your silly toe. Here's a tip though, when I took it better, tippy toe. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. In the zone, try to stop us when we on the roll. Heard a match, ain't nobody got our energy. When you pack every part of words better matter. We owning it, coming in boss mode, take control of it. They can't compete, yeah, we gunning for the crown group masterpiece, yeah. Taking the lead, bringing the heat, yeah.
That is a large elevator or escalator. Elevator.
We're on the rise. You ain't seen nothing.
Or they're that petite.
Lace them on
It's not real elevator.
It's not a real elevator.
That's a real elevator.
Okay, this right here. This is a whole ass elevator.
I'm pretty sure they're on a spaceship.
Okay, yes.
We about to take flight, up level. When we step on the scene, we super beam. Understand that we didn't come to play, babe. Here to dominate.
Are those stim
I'ma
packs?
keep you on your tippy toes.
Amazing.
I'ma keep you on your tippy toes.
Fallout 1, 2.
Gonna keep you on your
Top
tippy
of all
toes.
this.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
But what was in the coffin?
This video.
I want to
There
know.
were, I think, well, the way that I've interpreted it, what was in the coffin was the rest of the competition.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Because they was like, we came here to dominate, and we here, and
And
here's some flowers for y'all.
right.
I wouldn't have given my competition flowers.
What's the other
They
big
would have
group?
just been buried in shallow graves.
Who's the other big group?
Yeah. What other big group? Black
Well,
Pink?
yeah, a lot of people try to compare them to Blackpink a lot.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, like what big group are you talking about then?
What's like the big one?
BTS?
Yeah. Are they coming after BTS?
Oh yeah.
No, not really.
I
No,
can see that.
no. I think a lot of people tend to pit girl groups against girl groups and boy against boy
Of
groups.
course, of course.
I'm not saying, but I don't know. I don't actually, because I actually don't pay attention to any of that. Like, because I don't care. I like who I like, and that's it.
Right. Have they done any crossover or no?
They have not done any crossover music videos with any groups, but I do see like you'll see them on TikTok with other groups doing other groups' dances or just like they're fans of other groups and they have no problem acknowledging that.
Right.
I can't necessarily, but I did see after a while that other groups were starting to be like, okay, yeah, we're fans of XG now too, and then you see some of them trickle in, but I don't think it was happening at first. I could be wrong. So yeah, that was the pre-debut. What was you about to say, Landy?
I was just gonna say, I really like this performance because I really see like them gradually get better and better and better over time, more confident and lots of attitude, like really turned up. And the little rap interlude with the girl with the red hair, the long braid, when it first came in, she was dressed in white. She reminded me of what's that group that Left Eye formed when she left TLC?
Oh, yeah. God, what is it?
I can't. I don't
is it
remember.
Black? BLAQU,
QUE?
something like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So like the attitude, because it was so turned up, and like the way this, and like even that like little bar side kind of sound to how she delivers her line.
Oh yeah.
It reminded
Yeah.
me of that group. So yeah. I just wanted to point that part out.
Yeah.
What's her name again?
That was Harvey. Her name is
that's right.
her name is Amy Harvey, and she usually just goes by Harvey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm torn on her. I like her,
Yeah.
but I don't. But I do. Like it's like there's like a little too like. One thing that always like upsets me about rappers is when they try to be too too much of something, like too hard or too aggressive or too whatever. And I feel like there's a little bit of that from her, but at the same time, I'm like, but she's also like, she is dope, right? Like it is there, and like she's not wrong for acting the way she is or the energy that she brings. But like if she just dialed it back one notch, like I feel like that's like, it's like a little too like I'm in your face, and it doesn't have to be as, and I really mean like one notch, you know, like it's not like she's, it's just like just a touch over. But like again, like I mean, this is their first official video and everything, so I'm sure that probably she finds the pocket. It's like she's right
she
next
does
to the pocket. Yeah,
in my opinion, she does.
Yeah, and this is also early. Like I can hear that her cadence isn't 100% locked in. It's so close. Though.
Yeah.
But like, you know, as she's like, because you were saying like they're learning English. This is early on, so like as she locks that in a little bit more, then I'm sure it all connects. I just where does this land comparatively to the video where they all had like big jerseys on? There was that one. It was like one of the rap videos where they have the big jerseys on. You know what I'm talking about? They're like rapping. They're like standing on top of cars. I don't know if Harvey was.
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
It was from like the rap series.
I think that was on before.
That was way before this. Yeah.
Okay.
That was okay. Well, actually, no. If they were standing, if they had, because that was only two of them, and that was
they were like responding to haters in that one. That was like the one where they were like.
So okay, so this came before the video you're referencing with Jurin and Cocona. That came much later. So like, there's this video, the next one, and then I think two more. And then that they came back to the rap tapes.
See, that was I think that's like, I mean, I don't know because I haven't seen all of it yet, but like I felt like they were really catching a groove as the rapper portions of it. Like they were really like, all right, we're locked in, like we're doing this.
Gotcha.
Obviously, Harvey isn't in that one, but I remember she was in the school bus one though. And that one was good.
Yeah, she was in the
school bus one was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, Slack Pack, I just wanted to point out something. He didn't. Sorry, Bill, but last weekend.
There's no need to apologize for our delightful wares.
But last weekend, Landy and I went to MagWest 2025, when it was here in Portland, to see Bill and Shubs perform live. And, you know, as the salesman he is, he sold me this shirt.
That's
right?
That's what too.
So
Thank you so much for sporting our gear.
We decided to rock them today. Thank you for having the wonderful stuff. Also, I posted this on YouTube earlier, but like we also were able to take a group photo for, you know, seeing each other. This is pretty much everybody that's helped me along with this channel so far. So, you know, we've got Cookie Mobster in there, the tall guy who's helped me do some Kamen Rider reactions, and Adarashigako, of course, Chicago Landy. There's some guy with glasses there. He's weird. Bill and Shubs. And in the back, though, that is my behind the cameras guy. On YouTube, he's known as Monarchy. He's one of my editors, but also does music for me. And he's also a great author, and he helps me a lot with the show behind the scenes. So just shout out to them.
Photo.
Right?
We need a name for our sitcom.
Were we missing anybody? I feel like there's got to be a couple other people that didn't make it out to that.
Muggin Play was sick that day and he couldn't come. Nick, the other Nick.
Yep. The other Nick, yeah.
So
I feel like we should do a class reunion and have everybody come together for a video.
I've got plans.
Yay!
All right, y'all ready to move on to the dance practice?
Yay, dance practice!
I
Rehearsal!
have one thing to say about the last video.
Yeah.
One of them had light up shoes and that was dope.
Yeah, the one in the middle.
Yeah.
That one was hype. Yeah, that was it light up shoes or is it just like the sole was white?
I think it was lit. It was like a clear sole.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's totally their style to do something like that. So, all right. So this is Tippy Toes again, but again, this is the dance practice. And a lot of people like to watch these because you get to see the actual choreography that was made for it. You don't get to see that in the video. So here we go.
They are color coordinated for being in rehearsal.
Gonna keep it, gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Watch the way we move, the way we work, the way we glow. They ain't ready for us, we about to wreck the game. On the back of us, they follow like a choo-choo train. This reality, yeah, we major league. Everything we do is worthy of a gallery. We gon' whisper to you super, super quiet. About to show 'em who's in charge, taking over with the pilots. Taking the lead, bringing the heat, yeah. Head to the sky, eye on the prize, yeah. We're on the rise, you ain't seen nothing yet. Ways I'm on die, gonna keep you on your tippy toes. 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 That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Thrift shop, keep your change in your 2 cents. Bad girls on the rise, you a nuisance. Drop jars, sight songs, and
I hear what you're saying.
Got pushed out a queen, I'm in juices. I speak the flow, then I get you go. Snacking on the world, it's about to give me more. When I don't know it's sober with your silly toe. Here's a tip though, better take it, better take it down.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. In the zone, try to stop us when we on the roll. Heard a match, ain't nobody got our energy. We pack every part of where it's better me.
We owning it, coming in boss mode, take control of it. They can't compete, yeah, we gunning for the crown group masterpiece, yeah.
Taking the lead,
Nice.
bringing the heat. Head to the sky, eye on the prize. We're on the rise, you ain't seen nothing. Lace them untie, gonna keep you on your tippy toes. 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 That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. We about to take flight, up a level. When we step on the scene, we super beam. Understand that we didn't come to play, babe. Here to dominate.
I'ma keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
Cute. That is such a dance team thing to do. Just 5, 6, 7, 8, and walk.
Was this so? Is this all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the whole group? Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole group. The 4 rappers you saw and the 3 vocalists, so all 7 together.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know how many there were exactly. Just because we've seen so many different things, and I'm like,
That's because
and they're all in each other's videos. So I was like, I wasn't sure exactly the number, like the full number.
But
I-
the names
but-
repeated. Names repeated.
but let's be clear though. Let's be clear. Let's be real. If you've been watching, I think I know why Bill didn't know how many there were. Because he knows exactly how many ceiling tiles there were, or exactly how many doorknobs were in the frame, or something.
Somebody's got to keep a count. Okay?
He'd be like, did you notice how that light blinked 7 times?
It
It's
blinked
one
7
blink
times.
for each number.
And in that Kendrick song, he said 7.
It all goes back to K-Dot.
He'd be way over here. He'd be like, so yeah, that was the first ever dance practice I saw from them. You know, like I didn't know that was something that these groups did, but I was happy to find out that they did. And I have some favorite parts of that. But before I go, anything stick out to you guys or anything you want to mention?
Hold on for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
should I wait to say something?
No, go
or
ahead.
no?
Go ahead, Shubs. Go ahead.
So, what didn't stand out to me, but kind of did in that sense, was the transitions. They're so seamless. Like, They go from one move.
I should have known.
Time travel.
Okay, I should have known. By the way, Chicago Landy is actually here in Portland visiting me, so I just had her in the next room, and
She
yeah,
was banished. I'm just kidding. She was not banished.
All the way from the bay.
back over there.
But yeah, their transitions were very seamless, and I love that about any piece, whether it's in a music video or not. Like, you should be able to still like perform all the movements with precision, but also make it so that it looks easy to get from A to B to C.
Yeah.
So they did that really good. So kudos to their choreographer on that one, because there was some fun movements in there.
I like that too. There was some stuff that I saw in there that like a lot of people will say like, I wish that was in the video, but
Yeah.
Like the whole hand stuff, like
yes,
like that should have been in the video.
because like what made me think of that too was like, and this is about Showgirl Landy, Hinata. That's where she shines. The blonde hair, like when she was in the front for the hand movement stuff, I was like, she's got that down, like. But a lot of the floor work I would have liked to see in the video.
Yeah. Do they say who the choreographer is?
Let me see for this one.
Just out of curiosity.
Let's see. Not for this one. No, it does not. But I'm sure I could find out. Yeah, I bet you somebody that's watching the video knows. Put it in the comments and let us know.
Right.
Yeah, please do.
I mean, I don't know if many people have seen this. It only has 14 million views.
Yeah.
No, I do like that they did that though, because I mean, think about how many music videos you've watched that probably have great choreograph. They put time into it, and then they did it all, and they filmed it 40 times, and then in the editing, it all got lost.
or it gets cut because of like budgets or time,
Angles,
stuff like yeah.
Of course. But so it's kind of cool that we get to see kind of like it's hard for me to say this is behind the scenes because this is obviously very well filmed and put together. But it's cool to kind of see the raw version, if you will. Like here's where a lot of the talent shines through. The video is great. I mean, you can make somebody look great in a video with zero talent. So this is like their chance to be like, oh, but we could actually do this.
Exactly. And I did notice too on some dance practices, like I think this is called the fixed version. There's a camera version because it actually speaks to something that you both mentioned earlier. Because like you'll see it when we do live, but they do very purposefully work with the cameras to make certain things look more dynamic. And so there's another version of that dance practice where they do the camera work. And I think, to be honest, I think that's the practice for what they do on stage.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So,
Yeah.
man, it's hot in here today. Jeez. All right. Cool. Let's go to the live that I found. We'll do this tab. Go over there.
For 2 seconds, I thought that said XG Macarena live stage, and I was like, "That's amazing." I don't even need to. We don't even need to see it. I already know I'm gonna love it. But MAscara, love the MAscara.
It's MAscara. Yeah. Hold on. There we go. Boom. All right. So this is which is funny. It says MAscara live stage, but MAscara is the name of their next song. So I'm thinking they probably were debuting MAscara, but also performed Tippy Toes first or something like that. Mm-hmm. But this is 2 years.
Crowd kind of warmed up.
Yeah, but this is 2 years ago though, so I don't know.
Is this in front of an audience, or is this just like a?
This is I think this is in front of an audience, but this is for a particular show, I believe. Like yeah. Because they have a lot of like K-pop and J-pop shows specifically over there, and so they did a lot of these for different TV segments.
There's a Korean restaurant that we haven't been to in a while, but like the whole thing is just like K-popped out. So like all the TVs are playing like some TV show. I don't know what, but it's like America's Got Talent type of TV show.
Oh yeah.
but like it's so highly produced, like these, where it's like all the camera cuts and they all know where to look, and it's like
Exactly.
this is amazing, but it's definitely not like I don't think it's a talent show because it's too good. Like it's too well produced to be a talent
No,
show.
I think it's mostly they do a lot of feature shows, like a featured
I
guest.
think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
featured shows.
Yeah, it's similar to a talent show, but they're already like we're talented.
We're already established,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
this group, and then there'd be another group that goes on, and then another group. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like, yeah.
That's just fun to watch, though.
So I am recording in someone else's bedroom, and they just got home and didn't know that we'd be doing this. I just want to.
Okay, well, we're gonna be.
random. If you see a random person, that's why.
Get them
Okay.
some headphones. Let's get them in on this.
No, we'll be done in like the next 3 to 4 minutes. So,
Okay.
let's get started then.
3 to 4
And
minutes.
all right, here we go. See how the camera's already swooping in? Yeah.
Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Watch the way we move, the way we rip, the way we glow. They ain't ready for us, we about to wreck the game. On the back of us, they follow like a choo-choo train. It's reality, yeah, we major league. Everything we do is worth the over gallery. We gon' whisper to you super quiet about it. Show 'em who's in charge, taking over with the pilots. Taking the lead, bringing the heat.
They do ripples better than a lot of dance crews do.
I am the prize, yeah. We're on the rise. You ain't seen nothing yet. Listen, on tight. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. 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 That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Thrift shop, keep your change in a 2 cents. Bad girls on the rise, you a nuisance. Job jobs like tongues and a nuisance. Got pushed out a queen, having 2 cents. Ice with the fro, friend I get your go. Snacking on the word, it's something to give me more. When it's on the noise, over with the city talk. Hear the tip though, take your better tippy toe church. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. And the zone try to stop us when we on the road. Hard to match and nobody got our energy. We are back, every part of it's better than me. We owning it, coming in box mode, take control of it. They can't compete, yeah, we gunning for the crown, you masterpiece, yeah. Taking the lead, bringing the heat, yeah. Head to the sky, I am the prize, yeah. We on the rise, you ain't seen nothing, yeah. Lace them on tight, gonna keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
I'm locked in because I actually have never seen this one.
Tippy toes.
I have things to say.
Tippy toes. That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes. We about to take flight up level. When we step on the scene, we super beam. Understand that we did it gonna play, babe. Here to dominate. I'ma keep you on your tippy toes. Gonna 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 keep you on your tippy toes. That's the way it goes. Gonna keep you on your tippy toes.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Your fingers.
Right?
All right.
So they did it again with the hand tutting, where they just like had like it flashing, and I'm like, you don't need that when they're all doing it precisely.
What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. What hand flashing? What do you mean?
So like when they're doing like all like this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like the screen like was flashing like that with the thing.
Oh, okay.
Light
They're
effects
adding-
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like, well, I mean, that's just me though, but I'm just like, why? Like, this is one of their strongest bits.
I think
but,
they were trying to add like a stutter effect to it.
Yeah, that I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, it was not.
This was good. I'm glad to see that they were actually singing.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah.
That was the thing I was gonna say. They were singing and they were not rapping over vocals.
Right.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I think they have gotten some flack for that in the future, not now. Like, but like when they did Coachella this year, I think some people were saying they thought they were lip syncing, but they were like. I think they said that like their first performance, and then they came back and was like, "No, let me show you, I am not lip syncing." Because, but I think you could hear some background vocals, but like it sounds different, right? Plus, like let's be real, that was my first time seeing that, and Chisa was almost out of breath at one point. You know, like,
Yeah.
but you know,
I
Go ahead.
noticed that. So, like, I know, like, English is not their first language, and so when
Yeah.
you learn a language, I know that there are some things colloquially that we do in the English language that might not be taught when you're learning that language. So,
Right.
like, for instance, uh, when you will just say, like, uh she said like follow something something something, she said they follow, and a lot of songs they would drop the they because it would be too many words. It kind of comes off jumbled or rushed.
Yeah.
So I did notice little hints of that, and that might be what you meant, Bill, when I was saying like in the pocket. It's when you were saying that, and it might be for that reason. So I think like the more that they do this and they're working with songwriters who, you know what I mean, are one stronger in the English language, but also are learning like linguistic, like colloquial, uses, then they'll be a little more fluid with that part. But yeah, I mean,
Right.
not an indictment. I still really liked it, but I
Oh
just
no, I think you're right.
that little thing.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
you're
they're
hitting
fun.
you're hitting spot on because like. You know, like I said, I watch a lot of different contents and TikToks and all that, and you will see videos of them practicing English and practicing like, or trying to figure out what something actually means or like why a phrase is like that. You know,
Yeah. It's definitely not a complaint. It's just like noticing that like.
Yeah.
Oh no!
the
I didn't
growth of
take.
it.
Yeah, I didn't take it that way at all. No, I think you're right because like, and that's not even their. Like I said, this is their third language.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got a lot. They had at that point when they made this, they still had a long way to go. So
So how long
Is
ago
Har-
was this with this name?
this was 2 years ago.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Is Harvey the one that's from Australia?
Yeah, she's half
right?
Australian, half
Okay.
Australian, half Japanese. Yeah.
I was gonna say because her, the way she's pronouncing things feels very European. Like when you see somebody that like say French is their primary language and they're speaking English, like she kind of reminds me a little bit of that. So like that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did get a little dizzy at one point with some of the camera movements.
Yeah, because it's all like.
Yeah, but
here.
yeah, because like at one point it was just like
Your face.
it was like this, and it went this way, and it went whoop, right back, and I was like, oh my eyeballs. But
Yeah.
I think so. Here's what I'm going to challenge you to do now that you've seen the debut.
We have to recreate this dance. All of us.
Yes, actually, yeah.
mean-
Every single-
I mean,
Step for step.
we'll just
Seven.
play the thing on repeat.
Day
I
by
got that.
day.
That's fine.
No, I think the only no offense to anybody else, but I think the only one who might be able to get that is Shubs. I can't because it's not going to be me.
It's not gonna be me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw the little leg thing you did the other day, and I was like,
wait, which
Okay.
leg thing?
look on my Facebook page.
Right.
I recorded it
Okay.
because I was like, she can dance. I did not dance.
Yeah, she can dance. But what I want to challenge you to do is like, because you're already picking up on it now, but I do think there's something special in watching the progression of what changes as we go forth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anybody got any final comments about Tippy Toes as a whole?
It's catchy. I see why people like it.
Yeah.
Also, as a dancer, thank God for those choruses. When you like are, and for any of y'all dancers out there,
Yeah.
you probably will feel me on this, but like, granted, like there'll be a verse and then the chorus, and then with these kind of gigs, verse again, and the chorus choreography is the same as the choreography that was in the chorus the first time. You don't have to think about it as hard, and that is a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I feel like we're like, well, like how we're like 2 years late into it, but like I feel like we're like just watching them grow from like when, you know, they got put in a little flower pot and now they're growing and doing fun things.
Yeah.
Do each of them have a part in this?
I wouldn't say vocally. I
know that they're all vocally there because there's backup vocals.
Yeah, I'd say backup vocals, and then they do a lot of what's it called? Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Ad libs.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of ad libs, but
not everybody has their own little chunk on the song, though.
Right? No, and I think you'll see that too. So, like for instance, remember when we were watching the Vox video and Hinata had that song "Ride," and I was like, that was really her first time singing like alone. At this point, she was still struggling with her English, so I think at the beginning she didn't get a lot of like solo parts, but she got a lot more dance parts. I will say this: I think one of the other reasons that people really like this group is because Simon, who's the guy who created the group, does to the best of his ability to give each one of them a shine moment.
Yay! Good job, Simon.
Everybody gets a chance to be Beyonce.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like,
the one thing I will say, and I've only heard a couple songs, but I do appreciate, because normally this isn't the case. I like that the rap isn't just like the token little 4-bar.
yeah.
Like I've heard a lot of K-pop music where it's like singing, we're showing dancing, and then like, oh, rap, and then it goes right away from it. And like they just do it for a moment to be like, oh, we got the rap part in there, so now we hit all the things.
Usually followed next by a bridge with the drop in with the drop in the beat,
which is a formula that works. So I can't be mad at it.
Yeah.
But I like the rap part, so I'm always like, I want more of that, and I like that they're doing that with them.
I will give you a little teaser then. In the next song, you will get a little bit more of the same of that when it comes to the rap in there. But the song after that is what they call their comeback song. So it's like they drop Tippy Toes, and the next week we're gonna watch MAscara. Yay. But then they go away for a while because they're doing stuff behind the scenes, and then they come back with a song called Shooting Star, and you're gonna see a different level of XG.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, but see, that's I like that though versus being like every song has the same formula.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. It's like they'll be like, all right, this song there's no rapping on it, but we're gonna sing, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm pointing out is that a lot of the like manufactured groups is just like formula, which is. And
it's
I want to tell them so much, y'all.
If you're down for that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like you, I want more rap, and I want more variation to it because regardless if it's the folks from XG to other groups, these folks are talented and they give so much of themselves to this art form and to this like particular style of entertainment that like putting them kind of cookie cutter. And this is somebody that doesn't like listen to a lot of K-pop and what have you, and a lot of Asian pop in general. They should be doing more different things.
Yeah. Oh, you-
And
God, I want to tell them so much, y'all, but I can't spoil anything. But I will say this. I'm gonna end this on this last thing, and what I'm about to say is probably gonna piss off somebody. But
Oh,
this
yeah.
is how
It's
I've always
YouTube.
felt. This is how I've always felt about XG.
Ready.
Because even before I started this channel, I did start to dabble into K-pop and J-pop, and XG, like I said, is considered X-pop because they don't want to be either one of those. But I have watched other K-pop groups and their rappers, male, female, whatever, and a lot of times to me, it comes off as unauthentic. And some of that is probably the language barrier, like we talk about, right?
Yeah.
And it is like there's a problem with cadence, or sometimes it's just they say things that rhymed. It's like, what is this for?
Yeah,
You know,
that
or-
has no meaning.
Right. But I think the difference with XG and why I fell in love with them is that they actually liked rap before they started this career and were actually studying with people who are lyricists to help them write lyrics, write their own, like this is what I want to say, not just like, and I feel like other groups, they're like, this is what you're going to say here. And it's so I feel like there's some heart missing from it sometimes, and it just seems performative or karaoke.
Overly produced, things
Yes.
like that.
Yeah. And even the most bubblegum rap that XG will deliver, which you will see, I still felt like they really gave a shit when they delivered it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I remember I have a friend that was really into BTS,
Yeah.
and they were like telling me about the rapper because they knew that I like rap music, and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, but the rapper. And to be honest, like they don't listen to rap music, so they don't have a lot of insight.
Of course.
into rap.
I was gonna
Right.
touch on that. Yeah.
Right. But I always thought it was funny because they were telling me about it, and they're like, oh yeah, they're putting out their solo album, and the solo album is to defend themselves against all the other Korean rappers that look at BTS and the rappers in BTS as corny, right? Like the real rappers in Korea are like, these guys are you know, models. Like that's what they are, right? They're like, they're supposed to be on covers, but they're not real rappers. And
Right.
like he put out his response to that, which I didn't hear it. Maybe it was dope. I have no idea, but I just thought it was like a funny concept to like.
Well,
I mean, that's what we see.
he was
here,
their
like-
rapper was the Drake of the rappers, I guess.
I was gonna say, I was like, we saw that in recent times.
Right.
yeah.
I'm
on a
sure.
larger
I'm sure he's
scale.
good though. Like the person that was telling me about it was like, oh, he came from like a battle realm in Korea, so like there's
Yeah.
probably some good there.
Probably,
But, you know,
yeah.
once you become famous, then it's like
They
you're
probably-
kind of a cornball. at
They
that
probably
point,
saw
right?
him as like a sellout versus.
course.
You're
Yeah,
a
of course.
studio gangsters. That kind
Yeah,
of
right.
Exactly. One of my biggest pet. You actually touched on something that's one of my biggest pet peeves because I'm a huge hip hop head and always will be.
Yeah.
Is that people? Well, there's a couple things I don't like. One, I don't like men reacting to XG that come and say things like, "I didn't know women could rap like this."
Yup.
Can't
Yeah.
stand it. Think it's gross. And I'm like, yo, dog, women been rapping since the beginning of rap. Like,
Right.
where have you been at? And here's the thing. Then there's the other people who will say things like, and alphas, I need you to hear me. They'll be like, XG are the best rappers I've ever seen. And I'm like, well, you need to look around some more. I love XG. I love these
Yeah.
girls, and I love
Yeah,
everything they
they're
do,
great.
and I'll stand by it. But they are by far not the best rappers I've ever seen, ever.
Yeah.
You know, they're not even the best. They're not even the best women in hip hop. But just like a lot of people who actually don't listen to hip hop rap, be like, "Oh, that was the coldest thing ever. That's why you should love it." But I'm like, "Yo, I have 1,500 other examples
yeah.
to pull from."
Ever? Question mark.
yeah.
Like,
You know,
If
and
this
it-
is,
and
if-
they'd be like, "Nobody can rap like them." Yes, they can.
Right.
That
I
doesn't
just
mean I don't
realized
like what
that-
they do. Yeah,
yeah, like
Rap is such a tricky thing to
It's-
judge, to scale.
yeah.
Right.
Because like
I mean, any
you know,
art,
like
really.
if you were to look at like a Nicki Minaj, it's like lyrically she's just destroying, but then like you know she might do things that I'm like I don't like that, so I can't. She can't be my favorite rapper because she's talking about something I don't believe in or whatever it might be, right? And not saying that her specifically, but just in general, you know, like there's rappers that are technically destroy everybody.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
they're not bringing the authenticity to the table that like XG is, right? Like there's an authenticity that's also there where it's like, sure, they may not be the most technical rapper ever,
Right.
but I believe what they're saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's hard.
That's
Like
important,
we were saying, yeah.
The other,
Also,
go ahead, Landy.
oh, I'm sorry. I just want to jump in and say that sometimes a rapper can be very skillful, right? Talk about very relevant things that you care about, but it's just hard for you to like connect with like the song. The song is just not like a hit to you, but you like the rapper, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that with I'll say like Jean Grey, for instance, right?
Oh, I love Jean Grey. Yeah.
Love her, talented, right?
Yeah.
Flowers, flowers, flowers. But I couldn't particularly name a song, me, as a fan. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Maybe
That's
somebody
fair.
else could.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of the beautiful thing about rap music, though, is that it's like it really can be very niche at times, and that's how it's supposed to be. So when like the majority doesn't like something, that's normal.
Yeah,
right?
because
Like
there's something. There can be something for everyone if you choose to look and open your hearts and minds.
Of course.
Yeah. That's
majority always normally bugs me. If something is like majority liked, like, you know, like a radio pop song, I'm normally the one that's like, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
You have like an ounce of contrarian in you.
Of course.
Like,
I mean, I'm probably a little bit that way too, but I purposely go out and looking for music and looking for artists, like, you know, because for one, I don't trust the radios. I don't trust that the radio is going to give me something that is going to interest me, and so I have to go out and find what I know that I'm looking for, and so I just keep searching. And I have a lot of, you know, missteps when I'm looking, but then I find some gold and I'm like, okay, new to the playlist, and
well, XG isn't getting played over here that I know of. I don't pay attention to the radio.
They had one song, which we haven't gotten to yet, that actually did make the top 40.
Okay.
Yay!
Right. And that was in the early years, like two years ago. Good, and we're getting to that one. But they also are one of the first groups to be invited to Coachella, so they're doing something.
Yeah,
cool.
I heard that. Yeah. Good for you.
The other thing I wanted to touch on, you said it just now, Nick, is that like with Nicki Minaj, right? I think, and this is specifically for men, right?
Yeah.
I think as men, we need to remember and accept that we cannot discount a woman in the industry, in the rap game, for talking about sexual content. Because if you go frown on that, how the hell you gonna not frown on the dudes who've been doing it since rap started? Like it can't be okay for dudes to talk about putting their dick everywhere, and you mad about this girl shaking her booty.
Right. Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, they get a lot of hate though. Like they do, and Cardi and
right, but ain't nobody saying shit to Juvenile back in the day, right? Like he was backing that ass up all over the
right.
There was a parent somewhere though that was like, you can't listen to Juvenile.
Right. True.
You can't listen to that Juvenile.
I mean, to be fair, they created a whole like legislature around this.
Right.
Yeah.
In the 80s, so
yeah, they did.
Right.
Oh yeah, because two Live Crew, you know.
Yeah.
Prince,
a whole other thing.
Prince, 2 Live Crew. Boy, I better not come home and catch you doing all that wobbly.
Right. But even before that, when it was like that separation of like black music was race music, right? And Pat Boone had a whole career out of re-recording a lot of music.
So Elvis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, y'all. We have gotten way off of Tippy Toes. My bad. But they invoke a lot of conversation for me because I love XG and I just respect what they're doing. And I think that they're one of the groups for me in my early journey into, you know, X-pop, K-pop, J-pop. They are, for me, an example of how I'd like to see it done, as opposed to some of the other things that we know are out there.
Right. I'll say this. It's okay for you to like anything that's out there as long as you are deciding that you like it, not because somebody else told you you should like this. As long as it's like you're like, I love this thing, regardless of what everybody else is saying, that's what's important.
Word up.
So whether that's XG, BTS, whoever, right? Like if you, as long as it's not like, you know, media being like, this is who you should be listening to.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Because no matter how many times Spotify told me to listen to Scorpion album by Drake, that album,
Yeah. Yeah. Nope.
baby,
No.
hard.
I think I yelled at Spotify hard enough that they never even came close to suggesting it. They wouldn't even like suggest an artist named Rake at that point. Okay, they were
Right, yeah.
Like, no,
Nope. No, not that one. Not that one.
no.
Spotify wanted to though. Spotify was sitting there licking its lips doing this.
This is
Like, I'm gonna say this Drake album.
That's the perfect hand motion for some cringe. This is the perfect hand motion for some cringeworthy action.
Right. Right. You listening to Patsy Cline? You should check out the new Drake album.
Right.
Oh no!
What?
Right. Oh my god.
Beethoven? Drake.
You'll love this new song by Drake.
Okay,
Based on your history.
all right, I'm done. We gotta go, y'all. This video is like damn near an hour long now for one video, but whatever. We had a good conversation. I hope y'all stuck through and watched some of this. Don't forget to subscribe, like it says down there scrolling. I just remembered to hit that. Check out all of our channels, Noir Grime, so you can see Shubzilla and Bill Beats, Chicago Landy, and of course me. Subscribe, share, comment, all the YouTube stuff. I'm going to get the hell out of here. And anybody want to say anything before we go besides peace?
Peace.
Back to the base.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.